Have you ever let other people's words affect your life? You should have been with me about 2 decades ago in a elementary school classroom where a teacher with a red beard and a checkered shirt, who always reminded me of a lumberjack man, asked me to introduce myself to a whole class. I stood up and I said, "My name," and then one boy said, "Oh, he can't pronounce his own names." I said to myself, when did I ever have more than one name? And after everything was over and I sat back down, a girl tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Do you know what's funny?" I asked, "What?" "The way you speak." And people started laughing. And someone said, "Oh, he even got big lips like Daffy Duck." And I started laughing too because I started laughing too, but deep down, those words hurt me. Those even affected the way I interacted with people at school. And even I kept asking myself, I wonder what they would say about me if I do this or I don't do this. And I asked myself other questions. I wonder what they would say about me if I say anything. So I would know as a quiet guy, these are the words that hurts the most. It's the words spoken by a loved one or a person you respect or a person you look up to. If you was with me when I was 14 years old, when me and my dad went to a Social Security office, which was packed with a lot of people, and when it's finally my turn to go up to a desk where a man with big glasses asked me for my Social Security number, and I looked to the side at my father, and who had an impatient look on his face, and he looked back at me and asked, "You don't know it? Then why do you go to school for?" And I could tell on the look on his face that he called me retarded. Those words hurt me, hurt me so much that I like how Tony Robbins, the great motivation Tony Robbins put it, that they power you. That they power me so much that I became lazy, that I rather play video games and watch TV. A few years later, at work, when I saw somebody not doing anything, and I know it was one of my jobs to make sure that person did something, but a voice came in my head and asked me, "Rodney, do you want him to make fun of you, or do you want to make a friend?" And I chose to make a friend. I chose for him to like me, so I didn't say anything. And a few years later, when that person put his 2 weeks notice, he told everybody, "You know, one of the best workers I like to work with." And we asked who? Watney. He's one of the best workers ever. And I said to myself, "Yeah, why? But I don't like working with you." I think I think one of the reasons most people go to jobs they don't like or go to school for a career they don't like is because there are other people's words affect them. When I was 19 years old, I went to school for computer networking, and because I I did not like the thought of being in front of a whole group of people and the thought of even talking. So computer networking allowed me to be in front of a computer all day, and I don't know how to talk to people that much. But deep down, I did not like it. I knew something was missing. It was until I was first introduced to point of development that I finally realized that what I really want to do was to inspire people, was to be the guy that people look to who can inspire them, who can motivate them, who can help them find their dreams. That's what I wanted to do. And what else I learned was that in life, there's always going to be criticism. So if you really want to enjoy life, then don't worry about what other people say about you. And now, when I'm on break at a public place and I see that still have time, I like to go to a quiet place where I won't disturb anybody and rehearse my speeches. And I could tell on the look of people's faces who go past me that they say, "Oh, who, what is he doing? Is he crazy? Is he talk to himself?" Yeah, yeah. I keep in mind that I'm rehearsing speeches, that I'm talking, that I'm pretending that I'm giving a speech. So people think I'm crazy, but I even heard a guy say, "Oh, look at that guy, he's crazy or something." But I did not let that affect me. One of the main reasons was that I read a book, The Magic of Believing Big, where it taught me that one of the reasons why for a long time I let those words affect me was because of me. Because I kept repeating that, oh, I'm retarded, or I got big lips. I keep repeating to myself. So I started telling myself, I started telling myself, oh, you are Watney Abella. You are nation's greatest America. You are, people love your smile. People want to be around you. And you deserve to go after your dream. That was that statement that got me up on stage and got me up on stage and to give my speeches. And the second step I did was I started limiting myself to amount of negative things I was exposing my mind to, and I started listening to more positive things, like Rascal Radio, which is a good program that helps that empower you. I, I like to listen to it each time I go to work, and each time I, I drive to work or I drive back home. I like to listen to it. And the third thing I did was I stopped hanging out with people who will always put you down just for their own satisfaction, and hang out with people who always lift me up, who always make me feel better about myself. So I ask you, will you want to live a life where you are you let other people's words affect your life and be unhappy, or you want to live a life where you let those other people's words affect your life and you start selling yourself every every morning when you wake up and every night before you go to bed, and you start limiting yourself to the amount of negative things you are exposed to and listen to more positive things. And third, hang out with people who who bring you up, who motivate you, who inspire you, make you feel good about yourself. And if you want more videos like this, subscribe to my channel.